Okay. Okay, fine. I think Prashant, I think only you are the only one participant who has been joined for the today's class. So don't worry about the previous classes, guys. It is only just we are in introductions only. We are just only in the introductions only. We are there. We have not yet started with any practicals and implementations. Yesterday, just an idea. Just I given some idea about how the machines will learn actually. Yes, Monica, the fees for this particular course is 16K. It is 16K, and my backend team, I'll just give you I will give you the contact numbers, so you can just contact them for the further details. Okay, so I was the technical consultant from them, so fees and all these things will be taken care by the my backend team. Okay, and I'm going to be taking care about the technical aspects of the course. So anyhow, the course fees is 16K. Anyhow, my backend team will get back to you and update you the details actually. Okay, I'll give you the contact numbers so you can just contact for the further details. Okay, fine. Yeah, Monica, can't you hear me? Yeah, Monica, is it Monica? Is this Mahesh? Just give me a minute, guys. Yeah, yeah, guys. Let's continue, guys. Yeah, now it is audible, right? Fine, Monica. Okay, guys. Let's continue, guys. Let's continue from the last discussion. I think only one or two participants are there. So who has been joined for the today's class? Okay, no worries. Yes, Prashant, I think so. No need to worry about the whatever the completed classes, because still we are in the introductions only. Just what is machine learning? Just we are in the still introduction part of machine learning. And anyhow, yeah. So which is going to be basically what is our basic idea here is. So yeah. So what is our basic thing is, what is machine learning we have been got discussed. I not started with the technical aspects actually, guys. Just an introduction. We are still in the introduction only. If anybody has been joined for the today's class, if today is your first class, so don't worry about them, because my backend team is going to share you whatever the particular videos, whatever the videos of that particular last couple of classes. I think 3 sessions has been happened. So you will be discussing about, you will be getting the recorded sessions of that, whatever the recorded videos of the, whatever the 3 sessions that has been already done. It is only introductions only, guys. Like what is machine learning? So what is your course curriculum? What are the things we are going to be learning? And yesterday only just an idea about what is machine learning we have been got discussed. So machine learns from the data actually, guys. So how the machines learn. So for that, I just given some small, a toy example I have been got discussed about them. A very small example I have been shown with that. So by taking some kind of an weight, by taking some kind of an height, and by taking some kind of an the gender. So depending on the height and the weight, is it possible to predict the gender actually? Can you analyze? Can you find out the gender of the person? So I've taken some data and I have been given the data to the machine and asking the machine saying that, so how the gender, weight and height is related actually? How the height and weight was related to the gender actually? Or how the gender can be decided with the help of the weight and the height actually? Basically, you are trying to find out the gender. This is nothing but we generally call it as a dependent variable. Later, I'll tell you all the terminologies later actually, guys. I didn't use any terminologies. Actually, there is a main machine learning introduction class will be there in our regular classes. What is training? What is testing? What are features? What is target? What is label? So what is model fitting? So there are going to be so many new terminologies will come actually, guys. In machine learning, so many new terminologies will come. Weight and the height. So gender depends on the weight and the height actually. We can decide the gender based on the weight and the height actually. So these are what we are going to call them as an independent variables actually, or we are going to be calling them as an, which is going to be the what we call it as independent variables, or also we call them as an features, what we are going to call them as actually, guys. Features and dependent variables will be there. So we have given the machine. So these are the variables. These are the independent variables. These are the dependent variables. So as I told you in the last class, so what is machine learning? I told you in a simple process actually, guys. Data was given to the machine. Machine is going to understand the data and it has been given the insights. Yesterday I shown you that insights also, guys. Once again, if you want, I will review that insights actually. The data was given to the machine. Machine has been given the insights. Using the insights, we have been got done the prediction actually, guys. But whenever the data was given to the machine means directly we are not giving the data as it is to the machine. I have to explain what is the dependent variable, what are your independent variables. Basically, don't worry about them. Later we discuss about them, guys. Generally, dependent variables are represented by Y. Independent variables are represented as X actually. Why they are represented X and Y, I'll tell you. Why we'll write it as actually, guys, because in mathematics we'll write it as Y is equals to f of X actually. That means Y is a function of X. You know what is meaning of a function of X actually, guys? That means, for example, if I said Y equals to X square plus 2X plus 3, that means that the Y value is a function of X actually. That means Y value varies with respect to the X value. That is the relation between X and Y. That's why we write it as in mathematics, we write it as in Y equals to f of X actually. So here also the same thing. Your dependent variable is a function of your independent variables. So what we have to study here is how that particular dependent variable is varying with respect to the independent variables. Anyhow, don't worry about them. We'll discuss in our regular class. We are going to discuss about them. So data was given to the machine. Machine has studied the data. But how it has studied yesterday, we have been seeing them, guys. I applied one algorithm actually. The algorithm will guide the machine how to learn it actually. So yesterday, what is an algorithm I have been implemented, guys? The algorithm name is nothing but what we call it as a decision tree algorithm. It's a very popular algorithm actually, guys. If you want, you can go online, you can check it out. What is a decision tree algorithm? And how the machine has been learned, what rules the machine has been learned. I've shown you the insights also. Very clearly, it has given the insights, right? If the weight is going to be less than 66.5, then it is going to be a female. If it is going to be more than 66.5, I can't say that. Then again, I verified. Is the weight is going to be less than 77.5. If it is less than 77.5, it is a male. And if it is more than 77.5, it is a female, right? So how it has been done, we have been seen about that. It depends on the data actually, yes. Whatever the data we have been given, based on the data only, it has been studied actually. So because in our data set, what happened here is the weight which is going to be more than 77.5, we have taken as a females, and the weight less than 66.5. In our data set, the data is like this. Okay, I told you, if the data is going to be biased, so if we have a biased data is there, your model is also getting biased actually. Actually, it should not happen like that. We should not bias that particular models actually. Later we discuss what is that biasing models, all these things, the terminologies, guys. So completely new terminologies, guys. Initially, it looks like when I started with the programming, when I started with our regular class, it looks like we are learning a programming language like variables, conditional, if statements, for statements. So for a couple of weeks, it appears like normally we are learning something like a Java or some other C or C++, something like that. But after that, the complete terminologies will change actually. Everything is related to data only. Everything is related to data, data-driven science. So we are going to be completely works only with the data only. So we have a data, we have to give the data, how to manipulate the data, how to model that particular data. Everything is going to be expertise on the data only, guys. How to handle the data actually. So yesterday I shown you one small practical example for that. Even not only that, I just shown you some practical example on that. So it's not a real example. It is only just to make you understand will really the machines learns. So based on the data, machines cannot understand all the data actually, guys. If the machines has to understand the data, your data should be in the format of X and Y. So whatever the data is going to be there, so we have to convert this into X and Y format only. X is nothing but your features. Y is going to be nothing but your target actually. So we'll study them, guys. We'll study them. We are having a lot of data is going to be there. So how to convert that particular data. So how to model your data. Statistical modelings, we have to do that. We do a lot of things actually, guys. Okay. So basically already I given some idea about them. So what are the work is going to be there actually, guys. Once again, if you review them, we have been done this application, guys. Like we have been done something like what we have to do that. First of all, we have to do the data loading. Even yesterday, if you remember, I prepared the data actually, manually prepared the data. Sometimes it is going to be loads the data actually, guys. So sometimes we'll be finding a CSV file. Sometimes we'll find the Excel sheets. Actually, somebody is asking about the database systems. Sir, will you teach how to load the data from database systems? Yes, absolutely. We'll teach them actually, guys. But the main problem with the database systems is, for example, if I have a database system, so if I can't share the database directly to you, I can share it, but how can I share it? I have to give one backup file to you. Maybe I have to give a backup of the database and I have to give it. But you should know, that means the people who are receiving that particular backups should know how to restore that particular database. Without knowing them, you cannot share the database actually. I'll show you the database. Who is having the database, they can work with them. That's why we are going to be using CSV and Excel sheets. Why use CSV and Excel sheets? Basically, it is basically for sharing. It is very easy for us. We are going to give a lot of data sets to us, guys. It is not a dummy data sets. It's a real data sets actually. But what we are going to call it as an public data sets, what we call them as actually, guys. They're available publicly. They are going to be available actually, guys. These are all my CSV files actually, guys. We are going to work with a different files. We are going to be working with them. A real data sets actually, guys. A real data sets. Real data sets means whatever the data that has been generated in the real time. The complete data set is not available. Somebody contributed to us data set. This is some data set which is related to, you can see the file, mushrooms data set actually, guys. It is going to be mushrooms data set. So we know that, just an idea I'm talking about, we'll work with the data set later, guys. These are some kind of a mushrooms data set. So we know that some mushrooms are we can edible. Some of them you can consume, you can eat them. But some mushrooms are not edible actually, guys. So generally, the mushrooms which are grown at normally at the these are going to be at the farm fields will be there. So they are going to grow it artificially. So they are going to be what they are calling. We can edible them actually. But which are going to be grown in forest and etc. They are not audible. They are not edible actually, guys. Yeah, okay. Some of the data set, Gunraju, some of the data sets we are going to share them actually, guys. Some of the data set, whatever the data sets I'll use, you will get. I'm going to share you the data sets. Apart from that, if you want to work with your own data sets, actually, that means so many data sets, guys, hundreds and hundreds of data sets are there. So if you want to work with the data sets, I'm going to tell you some online resources actually, guys, publicly available data sets. So one of the most popularly we are going to be using is going to be some kind of an UCA repository actually, guys. So this is going to be one of the most popularly the online resource where we are going to be using the data sets actually, guys. So welcome to the UC Irwin Machine Learning repository actually. These are all our data sets actually, guys. So we are going to be getting all these data sets actually. So if you see some terminologies actually, guys, what type of task you want to do, a classification, regression, clustering, some kind of an applications actually, guys. So what are the different areas are there? So where you can use it, guys. Don't think that it is only as part of computer science engineering. You can get a lot of data sets actually. Absolutely. We are also going to be using Kaggle. I'm going to show all of them actually, guys. We are going to be using the Kaggle. So Kaggle is going to be one of the online resources. We are going to be getting the data sets. Almost all, whatever the UCA repository data sets are there, almost all the same data sets are also going to be available here, guys. These are some of the popular data sets actually. Okay, so there are some data sets actually, guys. Apart from these data sets, we are going to be having another one, what we are going to call it as Gapminder. So Gapminder is also one of that means, yeah, it also gives you a lot of data. It is also going to be gives you. So there are different areas are there. related to population, related to some communication, education, medical, okay, economy, some salaries, there are so many areas are there actually, guys. There are so many indicators are there, we can get it actually. You can see the indicators actually, guys. So many areas we are going to be having it actually. Can you see? Population related is there, societies are there, work is there, some other data sets are there, energy, educations. So all these are going to be some of the popular data sets actually, guys. What is going to be the literacy rate actually, guys? So literacy rate, the adult females, adult males, adult totals. So literacy rate of the adults actually. So what is a youth female, youth males are there. So these are the data actually, guys. Literacy rate across percentage of females age more than 15 actually, guys. And these are not any dummy data sets actually, guys. They are the real data sets actually. They are the real data sets across the countries over the time period. Across the countries over the time period, starting from 1975, we can see the data. Starting from 1975, we have the data actually, and up to where we have been having the data actually, guys. So up to 2011, we have the data actually. So different countries data are there. Simply if you just click on the CSV file, see, most of the people also contributes in the help of CSV and the XLX file only. Just if I click on the CSV file, the file will be downloaded into your system actually. These are free actually, guys. Public data sets are always free. Okay. Not only that, even we are having data.gov. So it is also going to be one of the data sets what we are going to be getting actually, guys. From here also we can get a lot of data sets. We can get it actually. There also purpose is for basically for the analytics purpose only. We are going to be using this actually, guys. So many data sets are going to be gets available here now. We can work with the data sets actually. So most viewed data sets are going to be there. Recently added data sets are going to be there. So we can see what are going to be the data sets, what we are going to be using this actually, guys. Isn't it? So there are so many resources are there where we can get the public data sets actually, guys. Where we can get the public data sets actually. These are all what we call it as a public data sets, what we are going to call it as. These are free. Not only this, even there are so many resources are there actually, guys. So many resources are there. It's not one or two actually, guys. We are going to be having, there are going to be a lot of, there is going to be a lot of, there are a lot of communities are there, which is going to be providing you all that particular data sets actually, guys. So for example, if you see the TensorFlow community is there, a TensorFlow is going to provide you a lot of data sets are going to be given to you, guys. A lot of data sets are going to be there actually. So many data sets are going to be there actually. You can work with the data sets. So if you want images, see guys, how many areas are there? So if you want to get the images related data sets are going to be there. How many these are there? See, lot of data is going to be there actually, guys. Mostly it is going to be that particular images, image classifications, audios, text data. If you want to work with the audios actually, guys, you will be having the audio related data actually. These are all the audio related data. So these are going to be some kind of a data actually. Text data are there. If you want to work with the text data, we can work with the text data actually. All these are related to text data. Images, if you want to work with the images actually. So we are going to be having the image classification data sets are there. So these are all the data sets actually, guys. So many data sets are going to be there actually. When you go there, we are going to work with these particular data sets. Okay. So there are so many ways are there, which are contributed by somebody and which are going to be shared by somebody and which is going to be in Google provides a lot of data sets actually, and online data sets are provided. All these are at free of cost. We can get them. There are some paid will be there if you want to do something different, because these are public data sets. Everybody knows about them. If you want to use such kind of a private data sets also, that is also available, but we have to spend some bucks for that actually. Okay, fine guys. So that is going to be the basic idea about this particular data sets actually. So there are so many resources are there, guys. There are so many resources are there. Sometimes we will generate our own data. That means we are not a research people. We are not a business people to generate the data. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract the data from the tweeters. So tweets I can collect actually, guys, based on my subject actually. So I want to do some analysis on a particular subject. So what are going to be the tweets? Like for example, some movie has been got released. So how the action, that means how the people reaction was there on the movie, or some incident has been happened actually. So something like in some Karnataka right now currently something related to the uniform, the school uniform. So there is going to be some incident is going to be happening in Karnataka actually. So how the people has been reacting on that particular Twitter. We'll take the social media. We will collect our own data actually, guys. That means tweets are there. We are going to collect that particular data actually, guys. So from Twitter, we are going to get that particular tweets actually. But how do you get it? Manually, I don't sit on the system and I don't do any copy and paste it actually, guys. Directly, we can just get that particular data directly into a system. We are going to get it actually. Even I didn't discuss about them. That is a technique, what we are going to call it as a web scraping technique. We do it actually, guys. I didn't highlighted this topic actually, guys. Web scraping. So web scraping is also one of a very popular technique nowadays, what we are using actually, guys. Extracting the data from the websites, like it may be social media, e-commerce sites. So from e-commerce sites actually, guys, mostly we do it from e-commerce sites actually. And apart from that, it is going to be from the social medias. Mostly social medias and e-commerce sites we are going to be using actually, guys. The technique, what we are going to call it as web scraping. Extracting the data from the websites actually, guys. There are some tools are there actually, guys. Some you can do it programmatically, as well as there are some tools are there actually, guys. There are so many IO tools. Generally, basically, we are going to call it as an IO tools actually, guys. Like if you want, you can check it out, guys. Import.io, and it is going to be Webhouse. I think Webs, it has been became now Webs.io actually. You can just check it out online actually, guys. We uses also these particular tools. So it is going to be import.io. But right now import.io is not allowing you to create a free accounts. It is not allowing you to create a free accounts actually, guys. This is going to be import.io actually. It is going to be not allowing to create a free accounts. Previously, we used to use this one only. So it does not allow us to create a free accounts. Now, if you tried it, it is not allowing you to create this one, import.io actually, guys. So it is going to be doing this actually. If you want, you can create it, but right now it is not allowing to create in this one actually. Or even we are having something called as an Webhouse. Now it has been became something called as an it is Webhouse actually. Now it has been became webs.io. It is going to be there. You can create a free account. You can create a free account actually, guys. There is a login is there, and you can create a new account and we can do it actually. I think 14 days or 30 days free trial period will be there. You can just work with that particular trial period actually. So getting started. So try for free, which is going to be, you can create an account. So free account, we can create it actually. It's very easy actually, guys. Just if we give the website URL, that is sufficient. Directly it can access the data actually. So no credit cards are going to be required. So there is going to be limited period, we can access them, or with a limited features, we can work them actually, guys. Just create an account and we can work with them actually. So we didn't highlight it. I didn't highlight this topic up to now. So this requirement comes. All these are going to be there, guys. So it's a lot of techniques only, guys. It's not learning a programming. So programming, as from so many years, we are hearing about them, guys. Absolutely, the programming is going to be outdated. The programming is going to be outdated. Techniques will be never outdated actually, guys. Techniques will be there as it is. We are learning some techniques basically here now. So what are those particular techniques? How do you do this? What are the different ways are there? Yes, we are going to be working a lot of knowledge actually, guys. So just for an example, I'm talking about that. I think most of you people does not knows an idea about this. The social media sites, like if you take Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., they'll give you some kind of a developer accounts will be given actually, guys. They will be given a developer accounts. Normally, all of you know what is twitter.com. If all of you have an idea what is twitter.com, it will connect to our Twitter account. This is my Twitter account actually. This is my Twitter account where my tweets are going to be gets coming. I can post the tweets. I can extract the tweets. I can do that actually. This is my Twitter account. Okay. So this is going to be my Twitter account actually, guys. But basically, whenever we want to do some kind of an extraction like this, we have to go for this particular developer platform actually. So the developer platform will give you a lot of access to that particular Twitter accounts. We already done it actually. So we'll see them actually, guys. So how many tweets we have been got pulled? So it is month usage. In this month, I think we didn't done. Earlier month we have been done it. So in this month we didn't done anything actually, guys. So we already done it actually. Like this, not only this, even the Facebook also. It is a Facebook dot developer dot, which is going to be facebook.com or meta.com. I think now it was meta.com. Does not matter. It's a developers.facebook.com. So this is going to gives you the access to your Facebook applications actually. So Facebook provides a lot of applications actually, guys. Okay. So like this, we are going to be gets working with them. So there are so many products are going to be there. So if you want to access this particular products, so these are going to be some kind of an AI-based tools are there actually, guys. Can you see? It is also working on a lot of on AI actually, guys. Facebook, Google, and all these are working with a lot of AI related applications. So many different products are also there actually, guys. It's providing a lot of artificial intelligence related tools are going to be gets providing actually. So you should know about all these things actually, guys. Simply learning the course, just applying them, it's not sufficient. Yes, Facebook is providing a framework, what we are going to call it as PyTorch. It is going to be PyTorch actually, guys. We are going to learn this PyTorch as part of our course curriculum. We are going to be learning actually. Okay. So like this, not only this, even LinkedIn. So I want to work with the LinkedIn accounts actually. So we have something like an developer dot, which is going to be something like an LinkedIn. You know, normally your LinkedIn site actually. This is developer.linkedin. The application actually, where we are going to be getting all your products basically. So if you want to integrate your LinkedIn into your applications, so then we have to use them actually, guys. So this is my LinkedIn developer accounts actually. So like this, every social media will provide you such kind of an developer accounts. Even Amazon also provides you developer accounts. So this is, you know, that this is amazon.in. You know this amazon.in, where you can just search for the product. This is developer.amazon.in actually, guys. It is going to be developer dot. It is a developer dot. It is going to be amazon.com or amazon.in, whatever it may be. It is developer.amazon.com. This is my developer account actually. So all these are going to give you access to the developer accounts actually. Can you see? Amazon developer account. So if you want to access all these things, we are going to be using them actually. So like this, we are going to be gets working with the different areas. So it is not just only, just working with, it's not just only working with a program, or it is not just working only with some other tools, not like this actually, guys. We are going to learn a lot of techniques are there. Spend some time, explore them. We have to explore a lot by yourself actually, guys. 20-25%, it should be something like a self-learning. You have to learn by yourself. I'll just guide you. You have to learn by yourself. So, and one more thing, to become a data scientist, very smartness is required actually, guys. A very smart way. So whenever, if anything comes, generally in our data science related projects, so not like your other programming languages, saying that this is your input, this is an output I require, so I want to do this particular applications. So we don't have any specific timelines. That means short timelines will not be there actually. So they'll give you sufficient time actually, guys, because everything is going to be working on the data. So we have to explore the data. How the data is coming, nobody knows about that. Unless and until you look into the data only, we'll understand the problems with them. We'll understand with the problems with them. So a lot of data are there. And as I told you, in Kaggle also, we are having a lot of competitions are going on. So we can participate in the competitions. So to get some skills, we can just compete. We can just compete with some other participants actually, guys. So we'll be also given the rankings actually. In Kaggle, we have it actually. So there are a lot of areas we have to work actually, guys. It's not like a straightforward learn Python and do this. So there are so many other extensions are there. We have to just work on all the particular things. We have to work with them. Okay. So basically, I don't want to, in the next class, guys, in the next class, I'll start with the basics, the introduction to Python. But just today, I'm just going to tell you just an idea about, I don't want to start with anything, guys. So we want to just start with initially with the Python. Later, as I told you, we are also going to get some training on even on the R language also, which is going to be R language. So many people raise a doubt. Sir, is it necessary to learn the R language? As I already told you, it's not a mandatory. But if you learn the R language, as I told you, you have to know everything actually, guys. Not only that, if you can explore, there is another language is there, guys. These are basically popular for, these are mainly popular for the data science and machine learning actually, guys. The name of the language is Julia. The name of the language is going to be Julia. Apart from that, even Spark. So there are so many frameworks are there, or so many languages are there which supports working with the machine learning. But most popular is, guys, Python and R is going to be most popular. Even you can use a Spark. Spark is not a language, guys. Spark is only just a framework only. It is just a framework only, guys. But again, Spark works with a language like, again, it will works with a language like Python, or it may be R, or it may be SQL, it will works. Plus, along with that, its native language called as in Scala. So if you want to work with the Spark, if you want, you can learn Scala actually, guys. You can learn the Scala. But again, if you feel that, sir, I don't want to learn Scala. Scala is something different from other programming languages. It is completely different from other programming languages. The styles are different. Everything is different. So anyhow, we will be learning Python and R now. So using that particular knowledge, we can develop the Spark framework. We can develop the Spark jobs, you can develop it. So it is not mandatory to learn Scala, but I'll just give you some basic introduction to Scala, some introduction, guys. Not in depth about them, but some introduction to Scala we are going to be working with them. Along with Python, R, as well as some SQL part also we are going to be working. It's not mandatory. It's not mandatory to learn SQL or too mandatory to have an idea about SQL. Anyhow, we are going to learn Python and R. We also look into Julia. We'll also look into Spark. And we'll also look into a tool called as an Vika. Vika is a tool actually, guys, not a language. It's a tool actually. It's a tool. Without writing any code, we can apply all the machine learning applications. But why our main concentration is on Python actually, guys? Mainly, Python provides you a lot of support for deep learning application, guys. Our main concentration is on deep learning. Our main concentration is on deep learning. Actually, I can jump directly into the deep learning. But without knowing machine learning, we cannot study the deep learning actually, guys. You can study them, but at least some basic skills are going to be required actually. So that's why first we are going to learn the machine learning algorithms, and then we'll move to the deep learning, because deep learning is a subset of the machine learning only. It's a part of machine learning. So first we are going to see one part of the machine learning, and the other part of machine learning is going to be nothing but deep learning actually, guys. So first we'll start with the machine learning. But whatever the prerequisites that are required for machine learning actually, guys, basically some core Python is required. Some basic Python is required, which I'm going to teach you in the class. Along with that, as already told you, as a complementary, you will be getting some around 170 videos actually, guys. So we are going to get some around 170 videos of a complete Python classes actually. So I'm going to teach you Python for 15 days actually, guys. Whatever I require, whatever the machine learning requires, up to that extent, I'm going to discuss them. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the Python actually, guys, so we are going to be having 170 videos for the complete Python classes actually. Complete Python by Mr. Durga sir. So Mr. Durga sir's videos will be given to you actually, guys. Yeah, it is going to be the complete Python videos are going to be given. So for that, there is a small process will be there. It is going to cost you around 4,000 rupees actually, guys. So if you just go to the durgaonline.com, there you can see this particular, the videos are going to be there actually, guys. There is a process is there. These videos you are going to get it actually, guys. Core and advanced Python of 170 video classes. So these videos are going to be gets given to you. We can access them, which is going to be around 140 classes. What we are going to be having, 170 videos are there. So which is by Mr. Durga sir, you are going to get this access to you. Okay. So if you registered with your data science course, you can also just do all that particular applications actually, guys. So that is going to be one extra things what we are going to do that. So I'll tell you the procedure later actually, guys, how to get that particular access to that. Okay. So that is the basic ideas about how we are going to be gets working with them. Okay, fine. I'll tell you the process. So anyhow, we are going to be learning some Python for around 15 days, the basics of Python only. And after that, our main topics will start actually, guys. Main topics means the prerequisites of machine learning. Like we are going to be working with numerical Python modules like NumPy. So working with the data frames by using pandas and by using some other thing, which is going to be like data visualizations by using a matplotlib. So these are the some of the core areas we have to work with them, guys. This will take a little bit time. After that, you will start with the machine learning. After machine learning is completed, deep learning. After that, NLP. So mainly these are our main topics actually, guys. Machine learning, deep learning, AI, NLP. All these are going to be takes a lot of time actually, guys. More than 2.5 months, they will take itself. More than almost all for related to 2.5 months. We are going to spend the time on this particular machine learning, deep learning, NLP, AI. All these will take around 2.5, almost all 3 months. It will take it actually, guys. Remaining is going to be some around another 1 month. The remaining core areas are going to be gets coming actually. The remaining core areas actually, like we work with something like a big data systems. So some introduction to big data systems actually, guys. Big data and the Spark, and some introduction to Power BI. Some it's not complete training actually, guys. Some kind of an induction training is going to be required. We are going to give it. So which is going to be like the basics of how we are going to be gets working with that. Even we are going to be working with some Azure also. So how to work with the Azure accounts also we can work Azure, or it may be AWS or Google Cloud Platform, GCPs, whatever it may be. And even a little bit introduction to something like, we didn't highlighted this in the course. You will be also getting some little bit training even on, which is going to be some kind of a Linux systems also, guys. Because mostly in real applications, guys, these are all open sources. Python, R, all these are open source languages actually. Open sources languages prefer to use open source operating systems actually. So mostly in real applications, guys, you will be working to work with the Linux environments. So a little bit idea, guys. We don't teach them. We are going to use it actually. I'm going to use it in the Linux environments actually, guys. So how can I get a Linux environment? There are multiple options are there. I'll tell you. Without doing any installation also, we can get a Linux environment. By using Azure, we can get a Linux environment, guys. You need not to do anything. Directly, you can go to the Azure and you can create a virtual machine with the Linux actually. No need to do any installation. Ready to use one. We'll be getting Ubuntu. We are going to get an Ubuntu operating system will come automatically. Otherwise, you can install virtual machines in your machine. If you are interested, you can install in your machine and you can work with them actually, guys. Okay. So that is the basic ideas about how we are going to be gets working with this particular applications like this. Okay. So there are a lot of things are there, guys. There's a lot of things are going to be there to discuss them. So anyhow, coming to the Python actually, guys. So if you want, anyhow, I'll tell you the introduction in the next class. So if you are interested to work, you can install the Python software actually, guys. There are multiple ways are there to install Python, but mostly the initially we are going to be doing is, guys, just if you want, anyhow, I'll start with the next class, guys. I'm not going to start anything in the today's class. So it is going to be simply, it is simply www.itispython.org actually, guys. It is not an commercial. It is python.org actually. So Python which is going to be org, which is an open source community. From there, you can download it actually. So just download it. So right now it's not required. So just anyhow, we are going to be working with the next classes. So this is going to be www.python.org actually, guys. Yes, we'll see them, guys. What is Google Colab? That is a secondary level. That is the next level. This is your Python core community. It's basically who developed the Python, who has been contributed. So that is going to be the community, which has been the core Python community actually, guys. It's a global Python community. Welcomes and encourages participants of everyone. Our community is based on mutual respect, tolerance, and encouragement. So there are a lot of contribution is going to be there actually, guys. There is a lot of contribution was there actually. It was not developed by a single community. There's a lot of contributions are there across the world. So downloads, just you can download the latest version of the Windows. It is 3.10 or 3.10.2. You can just download. It's a very small software actually. It's a very small software. Hardly some around 25, 27 MB will be there. 27 MB actually, guys. 26 point this one. It's a base system. That means it won't take that much load on your system actually, guys. It won't take that much load on the system. If you want, you can work with Linux. You can work with the Mac or any other operating systems also. We can work with them. So just for today, if it is possible, download it, not a problem. It will still takes 1 or 2 days. One day actually, guys, we don't spend more than that. It's not like your other programming languages. In other programming languages, starting with the introduction to start with your first program, it will take some around at least 1 week of time, because they will show you the environment, writing a program, saving the program, compiling the program, executing the program. All these are not available. You don't write any file. We don't compile the program. We don't do anything. Directly, if you write the statement, it will execute it actually. Almost all in the first day only, we'll start with the introduction to Python. Almost all, we are going to start with the practical application actually, guys. So I don't want to start directly from the basics, like from starting from the beginning, like what do you mean to say programming language? Okay, because we are here not to become say programmers actually, guys. What is a programming language? What is hardware? What is software? Okay, when you start with your C language, they'll start with somewhere here now. Hardware, and which is going to be software. What is high level programming? What is a low level programming? What is compilation? What is a library? So they'll start from there actually, guys. But we don't want to start from there, because we are unnecessary. They don't require for us. What is Python? What is R? What is a programming language? We don't require them actually. We don't require them. Only thing, if you want, I can start from the scratch actually, but it takes a lot of time. In 15 days, exactly, it is going to be 2 weeks. We have to complete the core Python actually. That is our target actually. And they are not required actually, guys. Internally, how the Python will compile, internally, how the Python, we are not Python developers here now. We are just taking some help of Python to implement our machine learning concepts. So our main topics are in the machine learning. Internally, what is a Python compiler? What are the Python libraries? They are not required for us. Internally, how the memory management takes place, it's not matter. It's not a matter for us. Our requirement is the techniques what we are going to do. Like for example, how the web scraping is done, how to do it in Python, how to do it in R. That is a way how we are going to be doing this actually, or by using a tool. You can do it by using language, or we can do it by using a tool actually, guys. Okay. So anyhow, just if it is possible, install it, guys. Otherwise, not required. Because in the next class, anyhow, I'm going to start with the practicals of Python. Anyhow, I don't install it because in my system already, Python was already installed. Not only this, guys, this is going to be just a base system. But in our real application, this is not sufficient. So further, we use as another product we are going to use as actually, guys. Later, I'll tell you about that. That is a commercial product actually. That is the Anaconda.com actually, guys. It's an Anaconda distribution. Later, I'll talk about them. Later, we are going to be working with this one actually, guys. This is our main product, which we are going to use this actually, guys, because it is completely dedicated. If you can observe carefully, guys, completely dedicated for the data science technology. So a movement that brings together millions of data science practitioners, data-driven enterprises, and the open source communities. Completely dedicated for data science, machine learning, data analytics, completely related to that one only, guys. That is the reason we are going to be using this. It's a data science platform for all. There are so many products are there. These are all commercial products actually. These are all commercial products actually, guys. So we don't use them. We are having an open source is there. We use as that open source actually. That is nothing but what we call it as an individual edition. Don't install it, guys. Don't install it. I'll tell you when we have to install it actually. This is a little bit larger size. Our base Python is only just 27 MB actually, guys. This is going to be almost all 500 MB is there actually. See the difference. It also brings you Python. It also brings you the lot of tools it will comes actually, guys. We can say that Anaconda is a platform basically where we can work with all the data science related. So we have to work with a lot of environments, guys. Mainly we are going to using this. Yes, as usually somebody is asking about Google Colab. Yes, there are so many are there, which I'm going to discuss in the later classes actually, guys. Okay. So that is the basic ideas about them, guys. So that's it. So this is going to be our end of the introductory classes actually, guys. So today I'm not going to just take more time because it's with I don't want to, because I just want to start with the Python in the tomorrow's class. So I'll just one class is, guys, like some history about Python, some features of Python, how to install the Python. It may not take even complete one day also. It may not take even complete one day also, because as I told you, we don't want to starting from what is programming language, what is hardware, what is software, what are the histories of programming languages. We don't want to do all these things. Straightforward learning Python. Straightforward learning Python. If anyone is there who are not aware about any programming language, they may face a little bit difficulty in initial days actually, guys. 1 or 2 days. After that, you don't have any confusion because Python is very easy to learn. Anybody can learn this particular application, guys. Just it is, I'm asking to install them, guys. If it is possible, install it. Otherwise, not a problem. We can start with practicals. Nothing is there. We are going to start with the practicals. Immediately, we don't write as big programs. No, we are not going to write a lengthy programs. We are not going to write it. Even tomorrow also, you can install it. Does not matter. If you want, you can, if you install it, you can be also along with me also, you can practice them. That means when I open this, you can immediately check it out. Yes, is a Python was installed. What version it is showing in my system. Just at least you will get some idea behind them. So if it is possible, install it. Otherwise, you install it tomorrow. Not a problem at all. Okay, guys. So we'll end up the session for today, guys, because it is only just an introductory. So tomorrow's class, from tomorrow onwards, your regular classes and actual classes will start. Actually, we'll start regularly from Monday onwards. Tomorrow, it is just an introductory to Python, actually, guys. Just a small introductory to Python. Tomorrow also, I may not take completely 1.5 hour class, 1 hour, 15 minutes, hardly I'll take it. Just I'll show you some basics of Python. And then from Monday onwards, we'll start with our main classes. From Monday onwards, we'll be having the class from morning. I think so. Okay, I'll let you know this actually. Okay, there is a demos are there actually at 8 o'clock. So I'll let you know. Maybe I just don't worry about them. Just beginning classes only, no, guys. Just 1 hour, 15 minutes will take it. And once the main classes will start, you will be having the class up to 8:30. We'll be having the class actually, guys. Okay. Yes, Hithik Saraj. Yes, it is free. I think you already got the access to that. Hithik Saraj. Durga sir, videos are free for students who already paid the fees and registered. Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I'm trying to learn from that, but it's again asking me to add the card and not able to access that one. That's why I'm asking this question.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out once because I was also not sure about that access actually. So I also, I said that I asked them to give the access to me also so that I can explain to the students. So just give me a couple of days. I'll verify. I will verify it once.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah, guys. So that's it for today's, guys. And we'll start with our, we'll continue with our tomorrow's class. Tomorrow also, just like introductory class, because this week only we have started the classes. From Monday's class, we'll start with the regular practical classes, guys. If anybody is having any questions, guys, you can just discuss with me. We have a time is there. If you have any doubts or if you have any questions, you can just type it or you can unmute yourself and you can speak them, guys. Anyone, guys, any questions? If you have any questions. Yeah, Gunraj, I think already yesterday, did my backend team did not get back to you? Raju?
Yes, sir.
They called you?
No, sir.
They didn't call you. Did you get a mail?
Yes, I got the mail, sir.
Okay, they didn't call you anything back.
Okay.
Okay, I will inform them to make a call to you. Have you given your number? No, actually, you registered with your mobile number also, no?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'll share you. Okay, otherwise you can. Yes, Venkatesh, Durga sir class videos are free. You will be getting the access to that particular videos. I think you already got a mail. So I think just I'll show you the mail actually, guys. So you will be getting some mail will be there. I think you will get a mail like this, guys. So which is going to be something like this. Just a minute once. Yeah, like this actually, guys. A follow-up mail will come like this. So actually, guys, your videos are also is accessible for 1 year. Initially, they said that it is 6 months, but they given in the mail also. I have seen it. It is going to be 1 year access after completion of your course. I have to just confirm them. At least you are going to get 1 year. You are going to get the access actually, guys. Okay. And you are going to be getting this particular one. So you can see this, guys. As a complimentary, we are providing Durga sir 170 videos for free actually. You will get this particular at a free of cost actually. Okay. And anyone, guys, so if you want, just I'll share you my point of contact of in the DurgaSoft. So if you have any issues or if you have any questions, you can just discuss with them actually, guys. Okay. So I'll just text you that particular numbers. So please wait for a couple of minutes actually, guys. I'll just share you that particular details. So the contact person is Bhavani. So you can just contact her actually. So Bhavani, and the number is going to be, the contact numbers are going to be. So I'm just giving the numbers actually, guys. If you have any questions, you can just feel free to contact them actually. It is 5252627. Yeah. One number and one more is there. Yeah, guys. Just a minute once. 8885252 and it is 88977. It is 11799. Yes. So this is the point of contact actually, guys. So you can just save all these numbers. You can just save all these particular numbers. And what you can do is you can contact her for any further questions or any further details. Yes, Raju. So you can just make a call to this number and contact Bhavani and just inform them that you want to talk to me personally. They will connect to me the call. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine, guys. Hope email ID, I don't know. Email ID, I don't know. I'll share you the details the next
Sir,
class.
tomorrow same link will be, or
Yeah,
some
same
different
link. Tomorrow will be the same link. Tomorrow
after
will be
today's payment, right? Today
actually depends on when you have joined the class. Generally, they'll give 3 to 4 classes.
Okay.
Maybe by maximum tomorrow also there may be a demo. By Monday's
Okay.
class, you have to complete all your payments and all these things. By the next Monday's class, we have to complete them actually.
Okay. Today I will do the payment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It is going to be on Monday onwards. Class timing will be up to 8:30 a.m. guys. Sudipta, I think it is 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Okay, that is a regular class timing. Okay. So initially we'll end up by 8 a.m. because it's the initial classes, no? So yesterday we have taken up to 8:30 yesterday. So it depends on the discussion. So till the regular classes will start, the main topics will start. Maybe it depends on the topic because in beginnings only, no? So we don't want to spend more time on that and don't give more stuff on a single day. So initially maybe up to 8 a.m. we'll be taking the class, but after that up to 8:30 p.m. Up to 8:30 a.m. we'll be having the class. It is 7 a.m. to which is up to 8:30 a.m. is a regular class timing actually. Okay, fine guys. So
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, from the Monday, whatever the classes will be happen, is there any separate link will be provided for that?
They will share you. They'll share you. Everything will be updated from my backend team. If there is any change in the link, they will update you.
Okay.
Everything will be communicated. Okay. And even you will be having just because these are the demo classes only, no? So the link will changes one after because it has to be done with the payments. So they will give the payment. So all this process will be there, no? So once the main classes will start, we will be getting a permanent link. Only 1 or 2 weeks only the link will changes.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes, we'll work on. Yeah. Yeah, Mahesh, you will be also working on the finance data sets also. So which type of finance? Yes, we have a finance data sets actually. So if you are interested, actually as part of our domain, we are having some data, one project based on the financial data sets are there. So we are going to be working on the projects.
So my question was,
Yes, somebody, I think you can unmute yourself. I just muted you. Somebody speaking.
yeah. So
Yeah.
my question was, you told us that we will be a part of a Telegram group and
Yes.
we can do data sharing and all.
Yes,
So I wanted to know, sir, because you told us that every day the class would be for about 90 minutes and we will have to put in an extra 60 or 120 minutes a day so that we can get a hang of it.
Yes, okay.
The question was, normally if we go offline, we have a separate lab like 2 hours or 3 hours practice wherein we are with a group who are new learners. So how does that work when we are in an online setup, sir? So,
in online setup, because it is due to the pandemic problem. And one more thing is globally, see, previously you have to come to Hyderabad and we have to spend. Nowadays, what happening here is, so over this particular 2 years, whatever that due to the pandemic, what happened here is, now even students are also getting interested only to join through the online courses only, because the traveling time, the expenditures. So if you consider all of them, this is going to be better. And we have a people around the India, and not only around India, now even some people are there even from Canada or something like a US or UK also we have it actually. So there is nothing, it is going to be something like, see, even in the lab also, it is your optional. If you want to come to the lab, you can come because you are professionals here. It's not like a college. So where we force you to come to the lab and ask you to do some assignments, submit the assignments. We don't get any rankings and we don't get any marks based on that. So as part of your interest, you are interested to get a job. So it is up to you. So if you want to get a job early, or if you want to get a better job, so do a practice actually. So it is like an self-practicing. That's why we are going to create a group actually, where the people can share this, but they share their particular doubts and clarifies all these things. They can be shared across that particular group. So you are practicing something, you got an issue actually. So immediately you can post it in the Telegram group.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So like that, you will be sharing them, as well as it's not only knowledge sharing, as well as your doubts clarification, whatever you want to do that.
All right. Got it, sir.
Fine.
Thank you.
It's like our WhatsApp group only. We are going to just maintain a group. You post your whatever the screenshots. This is a problem. So what is the solution for that? So there are going to be sharing those details actually. So we have a group. So I'll just show you my Telegram group. I'll show you once just how they will share. Currently on evening 8 p.m. one batch is going on. So we are maintaining one 8 p.m. batch is currently. So there is a group is going to be there. So like this, they will be sharing all the details and whatever the communication we want to do. So these are the things what we are going to be doing this. Initially we started recently, so we don't have that many issues. Just whatever the issues are there, or any communication we want to do, we'll be getting like this. So they'll share that particular links and all these things, so that anybody, maybe I don't answer them, maybe some other participant is going to answer them actually. I need not to do that actually, right? That is the case. Fine, guys. So that's it for today, guys. So we'll see you tomorrow, all of you tomorrow, guys, at the same time at 8 a.m. And we are going to start with a little bit basics of Python introductory classes. And then from Monday onwards, maximum first week, we don't have a class on Saturday. From Monday onwards, we are going to start with the regular classes. And by Monday, you have to complete all that, the payment and all these things. If you do that, you will be getting a new link and all these things. But I was not bothered about that. That has to be that has to be discussed with Bhavani. So I shared you the number. You can just talk to her regarding any payment issues and all these things. You can discuss them, and whatever you want related to that, you can discuss with them. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. So just for today, we'll stand up the session for today, and we'll meet up in the tomorrow's class. Thank you all of you.
One last question, sir.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So are you going to install this Hadoop and Spark and all these kind of platforms to work on the large data sets?
No, actually, see, the basically installation on your system and what will large data sets mean, our systems are not capable to handle that much large volumes of data. Okay. So for that, what we are going to be using for Spark, what we are going to be using here is, we are going to be using what we can say this, there is going to be an online, which is going to be a free cloud account is going to be gets created actually. So we are going to be working with this, but this will comes with a limited resources only. It will comes with them. So the basic idea here is we will show you how to work with the data sets, but large data sets means unless and until you don't go to the real times, because how much maximum data will get. So it may be 100 MB, 200 MB or 500 MB, 1 GB data. But when you go to real time, it will be terabytes of the data.
Yeah.
So which we cannot handle in our systems practically.
Yeah.
So we'll see the procedure. We'll see how to handle them. But actually, practically, we are going to be doing that actually. When you go to real time, then we'll get the access about the larger data sets. But we are going to work with the Spark with the help of a databricks.com.
Okay.
So we'll create a free account here. One community account will be there. You can create it and we can work with that. Or even we can launch this Databricks even from Azure also, we can launch them actually. From Azure, we'll get 1 month free will be coming, but we'll get a complete access, we'll get it. A professional account will come. Here I'm going to use only community account only with a limited resources. Okay. Fine, guys.
Yeah.
So that's it for today, guys. Just for today, I'll stop it here and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. Thank you all of you guys.